What up, my tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. We've got some more best of 3 Lost Caverns of Ixalan ahead of us. This format, just okay. Not very good. I think I'm rating it like a 3 or a 4 out of 10. So very, very low rating. But you know what? It's still kind of enjoyable. We've just been doing silly things. Namely, playing a lot of red. I've checked in my history on both Untapped and 17 lands. And I'm playing red about, no exaggeration, 80% of the time. My win rate is coincidentally also around 80%. So for best of 3, not for best of 1. So take that for what you will. Yeah, anyways, I first picked the diamond pickaxe there. The pack was relatively weak. I'm sorry I didn't really go over it. I was kind of just talking about the format. Let's jump into our pack 1, pick 2, where you're being passed the Myco Tyrant. I have never seen this in play. It seems cool. I don't think you want to be taking it here. I'm probably just going to take this Ruin Lurker bat. What I've been doing most often is just, again, playing red and playing a bunch of 1 and 2 drops and taking removal very high, higher than normal. And that just seems to be working the best in this format. Ruin Lurker, one of those nutty 1-drop flyers. We've said it before, we'll say it again. Can't really beat it. There's a Waterwind Scout here that's fantastic as well. A couple of okay green cards. I mean, this is a good start. This is 2 1-drops, 2 aggressive creatures. This is where I want to be. This pack, however, is not where I want to be, as the best card is going to be the Malamet Battle Glyph. There are some okay white cards here. I don't think you take them at this point. We're not taking the Brazen Blade Master as well. Could take one of the artifacts that are colorless. That's fine, but I suppose at this point we'll just stay open. Not much going on there. Ooh, okay, this is a good pack. A few different choices I really, really like. Tomb Raider for the aggro, Rock Slide for solid removal, Hermetic Nautilus. This one has done so much work for me in any of my blue decks. It's actually kind of amazing. It blocks really well early game. It trades up really well. It has vigilance, so you get to kind of do dual work, and if you ever equip it, it's just that much better. I am tempted by the Tomb Raider here, but let's just continue to stay open. We'll take 4 colors in the first 4 picks, and that's not going to be bad at all. And if I get like a Join the Dead 5th pick, I'm probably going to be taking that as well. So no Join the Dead. That's fine. We do have a Cogwork Wrestler here. Now, this is maybe a surprise pick. We've said this before. But this card is just one of the better blue commons in the format, especially in the blue-white aggro decks, the blue-red aggro decks. This card is kind of like a 1-mana Chupacabra, if you will. It does so much work. Another Militia here. No, this is an easy Wrestler after the Hermetic Nautilus. Goes really well with the Nautilus, too, for that matter. Tinker's Tote here. Pretty late, 6th pick. Nothing else in this pack that good. Maybe next best card is like the Promising Vein. We could be going blue-white artifacts, certainly, at this point in time. Nikanzil is a good one for blue-green. I don't know if I want to take that here over Attentive Sunscribe. I guess it's probably still right to take the Nikanzil. I have not had good success with blue-green, though. That is more of the Explore archetype. I don't think it's particularly good, but that being said, this card is certainly much better than the Sunscribe, so we will take it and continue to stay open. And I guess now, at this point, we will get that Sunscribe. Do want to note Tithing Blade. That's pretty late, right? Pick 8. Nothing else going on here. I'm not going to take the Malamet Veteran in green. I think that one is just fine, but you don't need to take it early by any means. Acrobatic Leap over Cosmium Blast, I think, is also probably right. There's nothing wrong with this. It's just there are better removal spells, because this one you have to be in combat to use, right? Whereas Acrobatic Leap, you can use it at any point in time. We'll take the Militia here now. Over Pilgrim. Although this is best of 3, so Pilgrim is not a bad sideboard card, notably. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess we have some more aggressive white stuff, so the Glorifier of Suffering also makes sense here over the Sunbird Standard, which is better if I'm going to try to go multicolor. Rockslide Wheeling is kind of surprising. Also some good blue cards. The Puzzle Door and the Pirates, I think, are both solid, but not going to pass a Rockslide at that point. I actually think I'm going to take the Presence of Ages here in case we somehow end up in green. All right, still very, very open. And now we are opening, yikes, the Schooner. This is amazing. If you ever cast this on turn 2, it's really hard to lose, I feel. Not as busted as some things, but this is a crazy good vehicle. This is just a really good pack. Guardian of the Great Door is fantastic. Chart of Course is good. Caparocti Sunborn, obviously, amazing. Guidewing, nuts. Pirate Hat, Snail. Yeah, we'll take the Schooner. I think you wouldn't be wrong in taking any number of these cards. Probably the Schooner or Caparocti, the top two. Let's go with that vehicle. And what are we getting past? A bunch of good red, a little bit of good white, I guess. Ire, Scallywag, and Favor are actually 3 really solid red cards. I had a deck earlier with 3 Atali's Favors, and I never got to discover chain all 3, but I did go Favor into Favor once. Yeah, I'm going to take the Favor here over the Ire or the Tote. Another Nautilus, another Guidewing. Ah, man. The 1-drops are just so stupid good, especially if we can get some equipment for them. There's a Vanguard of the Rose here that we're probably going to end up taking. Another good 2-drop versus some blue interaction or Altasaur. Sure. Dusk Rose Reliquary. That's a nice 5th pick. Good removal, cheap. So, yeah, green's probably out. We'll just have to decide if we're more blue-white or white-red. I think we're playing white for sure at this point. Another Tote. Damn, Pirate's great. Am I losing the Schooner? Because I really, really like Pirate. I mean, you could take the Idol of the Deep King too. And the Tote's obviously fine, but Pirate does so much work. And I guess this allows us to splash some stuff down the road. I'm going to take the Cave here over Archaeologist for fixing purposes. We're not taking Bat Colony. Is Otaklan Landmark good enough here? I'm not huge on this card, but it's not terrible. Again, more likely to play it than the Archaeologist, I suppose. Guardian Wield, that's great. Another Landmark, another Militia. Okay. So I'm guessing I'm going to lean into most likely white-red. But I still have basically the same number of... I mean, I guess that's not even true. We could be either still. White-red or white-blue both look fine. The old uber aggro decks. Currently, I would say the red is slightly better. Because it has removal, plus it has the pickaxe, which is really good with all the cheap creatures. That's a nice place to pick up a courtyard if we want to. Gnome would also be very good here, and I think Helping Hand actually surprisingly decent. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take the Helping Hand here. I think you're probably supposed to take the land, but I'm going to try this out. I mean, I know how it plays. It's just... I think that's a better choice right now. Are we ever running Cavalry? Probably not. small chance, like we sideboard the Disruptor Wanderglyph or Graveyard Shenanigan decks, although I don't really want to be playing a 4-mana 3/4. I think the Flyer, the Hover Guard that we passed earlier would be better. Boulder, again, unlikely to be played. Envoy's okay. It's more filler, I would say, but it's not a terrible 3-drop. All right, let's go pack 3. And there it is. We are probably going to be playing red because Inti is a 2-mana bomb. If it's left unchecked, you just win the game, basically. And in a deck with a curve this low, it's really easy to get extra value out of it. Passing another Lurker Bat, kind of unfortunate. Passing a War Scribe, kind of unfortunate. Torch, Tomb Raider. Ugh, Inti is stupid. I'm actually really glad I took that helping hand now, because we have a lot of good early game plays. Let's go with a... Well, actually, Hammer here? The thing is, both the Rock Slide and the Helping Hand wheeled out of the previous pack, so I don't think I need to take them right here. If this was a Braid, I would probably take it, but I think I'm going to go with the Hammer. I have 10 creatures. I need more creatures at the moment. But again, I'm not going to be playing the Burning Sun Cavalry as a 2/2 for 2. 2 1-drops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops. I guess 4 2-drops because you're not playing Guardian on turn 2. Let's just take the removal then. Scallywag versus Sunscribe. This is probably going to be Sunscribe, right? We're not really doing the Descend nonsense. I don't know if we can really utilize the extra treasure here. Sunscribe has some synergy with like the vehicles and the Guardian of the Great Door. I guess I only have the one vehicle currently, but that makes more sense. Yeesh, there goes a Malcolm. All right, I mean, if had I moved into like either blue or red, we would have some good stuff. I don't know. Actually, there is a Petrify here as well, but I still think I want the 1-drop creature. We've seen now a couple of these Might of the Ancestors. I don't know how to feel about this card. I generally don't run it, but in a deck like this, it actually isn't bad. I guess we could just take a Gear or a Gem Guard here over a 3rd Rock Slide. I hate Hotfoot Gnome. It's probably fine. Okay, another Sunscribe or Wanderglyph. Let's go with the Wanderglyph this time. I wouldn't mind picking up a Daring Discovery. I'm not going to be on the picking up very high. Like here, I'd still rather probably take Idol of the Deep King over the Daring Discovery. No, this deck looks good. I am unlikely to be running these, I think. Any of these. I guess the Conservator's okay as a 2-drop. Another Glorifier. I do think we want that. Likely to cut the Envoy here. I think we can get away with 16 lands pretty easy. Good, we did get the Hammer back. I think cutting the Landmark makes sense at this point. And then... what's my worst card here? It might be Idle. I guess I don't have much small removal. No, we're going to keep that. Maybe I just cut the Gem Guard. Keep my curve very low. Alright, so we ended up with 1, 2, 3. 3 1-drop creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2-drops. Oh. It's quite a few 2-drops. Not that that's bad. I guess with double Glorifier, the Landmark gets a little bit better, because we can just curve out, right? Like 1-drop Landmark, 2-drop creature, 3-drop Glorifier, sack the Landmark. Another question is, do we want to run Captivating Cave here? It does appear we are a little bit heavier on white, right? So like 9 plains probably makes more sense, but is 7 mountains correct? Because we do want to have Inti on turn 2 frequently. Although I guess that's not always true. Sometimes you want to hold the Inti until later. You have a different creature that can attack. I think I'm okay going 9/7. Yeah, this just looks like good red-white, so we'll submit it like this, go to round 1, and see if we can do some stomping. Alrighty, here we go. Red-white aggro. Successfully won the die roll. Ooh, man. Oh, this is a sketchy keep. I think that's way too many lands. Alright. I'm gonna lose the third land here, I think. Because we have majority 2-drop creatures. Or just a land would be good enough for the pirate. Tinker's Tote. Green-white. You don't often see green-white. They must have those Kutzels and stuff. That is not a good draw. Okay, well. Ideally, we just draw a land next turn, because drawing a 1-drop or a 2-drop now is a little bit slow. I mean, again, I stand behind the mulligan decision of putting the land on the bottom and mulliganing our first opening hand, but sometimes that's the way these things go. Good. Alright. Feel a lot better now. Although, notably, if they just kill my Plundering Pirate, we are going to have a problem. Sure, I have Helping Hand for it, but even just slowing me down a little bit's probably good enough, as our deck needs to be aggressive, you know? Oh, do they have Malamet? Ah, god damn it. Yep, that's pretty brutal. Let's go ahead and favor right now while they're tapped out. Yep, hitting a 1-drop is not bad. Okay. No box, of course. Scampering Surveyor. Not unhappy to see that thing. Alright, so let's go Glorifier here. Sack the treasure. We can attack with both of our creatures, gain 2 life back. I would probably go a little bit more defensive if the bat didn't have lifelink, right? But we need to be attacking. And look at that, we've already swung the life race back in our favor, so pretty damn good. Glimpse the core. Alright, I do like seeing that. Means they're not playing a large creature this turn. Sure. Over the edge, opting not to... I guess the only thing they would kill is the Atalis, because you can't kill a pickaxe, so that makes sense. I wonder if they should have pumped up their Capybara there instead, though. Alright. Guess we'll just flyer beat down for now. Back up to 17, develop out our Vanguard. Yeah, we're looking good. 3/3 flying lifelink does a lot of work. If we can draw a land, we can rock slide the Sandwing there. That works out beautifully. And then, let's see. I could equip the axe over to the Vanguard, and then attacking would make a treasure, but then I would have to use the treasure and, like, sack the Sanctifier. So at that point, it's probably just better to go like this. Start clearing off their smaller creatures. That'll make our other attacks better later. I mean, I'm only losing out on 1 point of damage, plus we get the scry value here off the Descend, so that makes sense. "12/12 Trample." Okay. This is why that card is not very good, besides being a fat creature, right? By the time you cast this, you're already going to have the majority of your creatures on the battlefield. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to lose to the 12/12. Let's see, like this. They're gonna make it a 14/14. Yeah, they have enough mana to use the Captivating Cave and still hold up the Cosmium Blast. Sure. Alright, well, pretty easy block here. I don't mind taking 14. They could Cosmium Blast here now. Oh, no, they opted not to. Alright, not sure what I can draw, but I hope I draw it. It wasn't that. I am very dead on board. Remember that time I could have taken a Petrify? I remember. The good news is, I think this should be an okay matchup for us. They didn't show anything too scary. I can go back up to 6. We take Uber Trample. And I had a very slow hand, so if we can mulligan into a slightly faster hand, I think we're going to be okay. Let's see. 12/12 Trample gets it done. Oh, we do have a Duskrose Reliquary that can... that's our 1 out. Okay, run it back. Die to a big chunker. Let's just win the next 2. Alright, let's go on to game 2 here of the first round. After getting stomped on by Galta. There we go, much better. Pickaxe with the Sufferer. Glorifier, rather, is kind of nice. Hopefully we draw a 2-drop creature here, though. Opponent has another turn 1 scout, revealing Cosmium Blast. That one's a little bit awkward to keep because it's a known factor, right? But nothing wrong with it, of course. They just go Plains Pass. The frog! Very nice. Uh-oh. We are not doing well. 5 lands, 4 spells is already very bad. What did we do? 2 lands already? That's not what this deck needs. Hotly Strike, it looks like? Sure. Wish we had like an Upbraid there. Oh, come on. Brutal. Well, that's probably going to be game. 3 lands in a row. Not enough action going on here. The seeds. Okay, that's not too bad for us. Hopefully they go all in on the scout, and then we can go equip, attack, and then rock slide it after the fact. Yeah, that's good. A spell! But we're still extremely far behind here. Capybara. The issue right now is the Seed Stones, because it can flip into a 7/7. Okay, that's a good draw as well. No reason to attack with Glorifier and just give them a good use of their mana for their Cosmium Blast. Alright, so they can flip the seeds. They only gain 1 life, thankfully, because they just have the 1 drop in their graveyard. And the 7/7 doesn't trample, thankfully. So let's go equip here. Swing for 2, get a treasure. I'm gonna go ahead and just take 1 hit for 7. Hoping that we can find something, anything. Interesting, that's fine. I could put that on the Glorifier, and if it gets a trigger, then putting the pickaxe on it means it's immune to their Cosmium Blast, but I don't think we need to do that. Sure. I think this makes more sense, right? The hammer can blow up one of these Sunscribes. But if I equip here, I can attack with everything. I mean, they're gonna have to use their, or they're gonna get to use their Cosmium Blast at some point anyways, right? More importantly, we need to find some action, so double scry here is nice. That works because the Attendant is also an artifact. Great. So they don't have any profitable blocks. They just have the Cosmium Blast. Sure. So they're going to go trade, kill, bounce. And it's going to come down to a top deck battle, because this is going to be a pretty... Oh, I guess I probably should have played out the land and not had to sacrifice my treasure. But this is going to come down to, yeah, top deck battle. Because once I kill their attendant, the board state's going to be pretty stable. All right, remember, oh, no, you know what they can do? Oh, I didn't think about this. They can actually blow up my hammer in response to the equip. Ah, they missed it. Well, that's nice. Good, okay. That was convenient for us. I think attacking is right here. No! Top deck battle! Come on! Alright, I need to draw Dusk Rose Reliquary, otherwise we're just dead. And they double topped? Sure. Well, that is highly unfortunate. So I'm gonna have to chump their Cavern Stomper, assuming I'm not just dead here. Yeah, the green chonkers got us. This is the problem with this kind of deck not having access to Petrify. Or, I mean, I guess I do have, again, the one Dusk Rose, but simply just gonna die to 2 different 7/7s this game. Alright, come on. Reliquary off the top. That ain't it, and that will be game. Alright, well, we got stomped. Actually, just dino stomped. No. We never have fun anymore. Good beats. Still think our deck's pretty good. Yeah, we should be able to pretty easily pull off a 2-1, I would think. So let's go to round 2 and get that going. Alright, round 2. Always kind of annoying to lose the first round in these, but it is what it is. Hand's fine. Couple of decent 2-drops with a removal spell, so we will ship it. Ooh, now it is more than fine. I'm gonna lead on the Wanderglyph here, I think, over the Vanguard. Death Touch is slightly annoying, I suppose. Let's go Inti, attack, discard the planes, hoping to hit another planes here. Don't think we're discarding any of those now. Now we're gonna get a trigger from the bat. Keep the favor. Okay, this is a good start. Sure, idle the Inti, but the damage is already done. Wow, they're gonna try to race. Okay, I approve. Let's get this on the lifelinker instead of the Wanderglyph. Okay, nice, nice, nice. And at this point, I might actually discard the Vanguard. Let's hold the land in our hand. For snails. That's worth keeping. That's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so we're gonna get to idle the Zavoya, smack for 4. Again, I think I'm gonna be discarding the land here to the Wanderglyph. Get the Ruin Bat trigger and maybe just find some other stuff. Yep, that's worth keeping too. Sack the idol, which, I mean, we do have an artifact in the... Oh, no, we don't. I thought we did. It got exiled, didn't it? Oh, no, we don't. We didn't even have one to begin with. Well, idol's too expensive anyways. That's a little bit of a surprise they're killing that, since they have the Death Toucher. Figured they would want to kill the flyer. We'll leave the land on top now so that we can cast the Rock Slide. It's pretty irrelevant. Okay. That does not have lifelink, so I don't think that makes sense to attack, but I will take it. Let's go land, try to Rock Slide the Acolyte, and then go for lethal. Nice. Okay, that worked well for us. Let's see, what might we want to bring in versus red-black descending stuff? Actually, Acrobatic Leap is good versus both of the removal spells we've seen. I think I'm going to cut a Rock Slide versus them and bring in a second Leap. And then just submit it like that. Alright, let's go to game 2 of the second round. Looks fine. Couple 2-drops. Guardian, some ways to bring back. Visage of Dread. That's actually pretty funny. If they take my Guardian, we have Helping Hand to bring it back, but we also just have Helping Hand to bring back any of the creatures they take here anyways. Surprisingly, we want them to take the Guardian. Although, if they do take the Guardian, then that could mean that they have, like, a Tithing Blade in their hand. Looks like they just took the Vanguard there. Okay. Pirate was a fantastic top deck. I want a Helping Hand one of those when our opponent's bricking. Yeah, I'll go ahead and bring back the Vanguard. They missed a land, so let's just try to push the pressure now. Favor on the 3-1. Okay. This is not going to be much of a game, obviously, if they just miss on land again. Not good enough. Kind of feel a little bit bad. By doing this, we make our creature 4 toughness so they can't double block it, even though discarding Guardian is kind of awkward. It's just, again, we're applying the pressure while they're so far behind so they don't have an opportunity to catch up. Eh, not much of a game there. Alright, but we are 1-1 now, so let's, yeah, again, once again, convert this to a 2-1, hopefully. Third and final round of this best-of-3 draft. The one drop, but we've got Inti. Actually, Tote with Guardian is also fantastic. Just need to find a second red source, or sorry, second white source. And again, we're running what, 9 plains, 7 mountains. So, in theory, we are more likely to draw more white. If I don't draw another different creature to cast next turn, I will just cast out the Inti. We drew Ruin Bat, huh? Alright, still gonna cast out the Inti. Awkwardly, I might discard Guardian of the Great Door here. I think that's correct. Yeah. I like that. Perfect. A couple different plays I can make here. I think I'm just going to play out the Tote. They missed a land again, so while it is pretty safe to hold up Leap versus red, they didn't do anything last turn. And what are they going to do different with 3 mana unless they hit a different color? Like, I am letting them get some value, but... this will be a pretty fast game again if they just don't do anything relevant to the board, to the Inti especially. Pass? That's probably not good for them. I assume they're going to go for Cosmium Blast. It's kind of just written on their forehead. So let's go to combat. Attack. Discard the plains. No, discard the mountain. We don't need the excess. We're going to target the Inti, I think. In case of potential abrades. Oh. I guess I'm just very wrong. Alright, I'm not going to save my 1/1. That's fine. Might as well get the value while we can on that rock slide. Again, not holding up protection for Inti. Should be okay. We still have a lot of good stuff to do, even if they do go rock slide of their own or whatever. No, that ain't gonna cut it. So, at this point now I have to be worried about them like having a bomb in their hand that they can cast the following turn, right? Let's give Inti Trample now. Okay, and they're off it. We're getting a lot of these damn non-games. Our first match was our best match so far, even though that's the one we got crushed in. I think, again, Acrobatic Leap probably makes more sense than the second Rock Slide here. Go, go, go. Game 2. Final round. For the 2-1 salvage after an 0-1 start. On the draw? That's a little bit too greedy. That's going to go down to 6. Better. Certainly better. This is going to be one of those all-in on one creature game plans at the moment, and if it dies, we die. The old mirror match, for sure. Classic 2 ships. Pass. They're probably trying to blow me out. I definitely don't want to equip the pickaxe here. We're just going to go to combat. don't think I'm actually rummaging. Looting, yes, we would do every time, but I don't think we want to rummage. Yep, figured. Pretty obvious. Okay. Let's go idle, sorry, Vanguard and pass. No equip, because obviously we would like to hold up the indestructible. We did see them grab blue last game too, so Captain Storm or something. Okay. That's totes fine. Good draw. Where do we go from here? I guess Favor's the way to go this turn. Pretty safe on the indestructible creature. Hit another Glorifier. Alright. Well, I guess I'll sack the idol now. Seems worthwhile. And then we're just gonna pass. I don't want to sack the Glorifier to the Vanguard. I certainly don't want to sack the Pickaxe, because the Pickaxe will fuel. Yep. As I said, Captain Storm, easy. Awkwardly, they must have just drawn Captain Storm, because they would not have run out the Tote otherwise, right? Pretty awkward there for them. This is pretty gross. They're gonna need Exile or Petrify here. Okay, I will go for it. Like it said, it just fuels itself. I don't actually need to Reliquary Captain Storm because it can only pump itself currently. Yeah, I think that Gem Guard's going to be a better target for our Reliquary here. Nope, no trades. We've got bigger, better plans. Alright, let's go ahead and Reliquary, sack the treasure, eat the Gem Guard. Attack for 6. And now we can play Guardian's second main phase and still hold up Vanguard activation. Tapping the diamond. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Housing device is very strong. Okay. And that's going to immediately flip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Yeah, with the trample on the yearling, that's actually kind of potent. But can I kill them next turn? They're in essence at 9 life because of the tote. Pump, they have 4, 5, 6 toughness. They put 1, 1 on 4, 3. Yeah, at this point I should probably trade. Still take 5 damage, but once the Trampler's gone, I'm a lot less concerned. Oh, that just wins, right? Flying? Yeah, okay. They weren't even dead there. They had the tote, but hey, that works. All right. No smiley faces still. So, good beats. Again, first match was definitely our best, even though we lost to big green stuff, but I think that's a product of my deck not having enough ways to deal with the bigger creatures after they kind of stabilize, because even Rock Slide, like, oftentimes you think of this as a good removal spell, but in a fast deck with only 16 lands, you're not going to be able to kill, a 7/7 that often. You need more things like the Reliquary plus the Petrify, but this is just a classic red-white beatdown deck. Super low to the ground curve, lots of ways to push early pressure. Yeah, good stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.